when I tell people I do other people's laundry in my home to make extra money, one of the things they always want to know is, how do you charge for something like that? So if you are looking to get started in a laundry service or something similar, listen up. By the way, if you don't know me, I'm Jessica. I'm a working mom who also does other people's laundry in my home to make extra money, and I'm here to show you how to do it too. So I got put into a situation this past weekend where I got a 371-pound laundry order. And if you know what I charge, that is a lot of money. It's a lot of money for somebody to pay. It's a lot of work for me to do. So when I showed up to get the laundry and we weighed it all, which is something I usually don't do on site, but it was so much we had to, she and I are both looking at each other, and I know we're thinking the same thing. She's thinking this is a lot of money, and I'm thinking this is a lot of laundry. How am I going to get this all done? And she was like, I feel so bad. I've already made you drive up here, and I've bagged it up. And I said, I feel the same way. Like, let's figure out something that we both can agree on, that we can make this happen for you. And so 90% of the clothing was clean. The family had recently moved, and she just wanted everything refreshed before they put it into their closets and drawers. So I said, are you concerned with me folding it? I said, my time comes in where I fold stuff. That's what takes so long. If I don't have to fold all of this, I could charge a much lower rate. And she's like, okay, but would it be wrinkled? And I said, I will do everything I can to minimize the wrinkles. I will fold it in half. I will fold it like 2 or 3 times if I have to, but it's just not going to be organized and folded in a way that I would do a normal laundry order. And I want you to know that before we agree to it. And she was like, okay, that sounds good. And kind of explained my process to her. And I said, I'll do half of my rate for that style or for that service. And she was like, okay. And so we agreed upon that. And I feel like I was paid fairly for the order. I would gladly do it again. I'm glad I did it because I learned so much while doing it. But one thing I wish I would have known before that was to have these different services thought out, even if I don't offer them, to know what I would charge for them. And I wouldn't have had to make a on-spot decision and stand there in her driveway in the freezing cold and use my calculator and figure out exactly what I was going to offer, basically come up with a plan. So I'm saying all this so that you know, and you can have these things pre-planned out if you're going to offer a laundry service or you're already doing this. Think about what you would charge in that situation. Think about what you would charge for if the person just wants it fluffed out and folded. All the different scenarios. Have all of that played out in your mind and know what your rate would be, even if it's not something you offer on a consistent basis, so that you know if you get put into a situation like that, you know your price right off the bat. So I hope this helps. If it does, go ahead and give me a follow so you don't miss out on all these tips and tricks.